starts with you and I to keep the love alive. You gotta change with your sense of dignity. No hate, we gotta act differently. Why wait? Be the positivity.
Well,
I guess I'm starting.
We're certainly right into it.
All right. Hey, guys. Wabbit here. And
it's Spire. Hey, Marty.
So this is going to be our intro to our podcast. And we wanted to kind of say hi to everybody, give a little bit about who we are, what we want to do with this, and hopefully get some feedback from you guys on what you want to do with it as well. So the idea kind of first came about from Vets for Freedom had reached out to us. And I guess they've seen some of the videos that Spire and I had been putting up online, from us walking in the woods to just Spire sitting at his kitchen table. And he just wanted to see if we wanted to do a podcast. It was something we were kind of swinging around. And we're finally doing it, like months and months and months later. So here you go. This is us in the flesh. And yeah, take it away.
Yeah, we've had some technical difficulties. We've been trying to put together stuff. We've been learning as we go. This is new for us. We're real people. We're not designed. We don't have a background in this. And we'll get to history in a second. But yeah, so we've had some technical issues. We need to get a new mixer. That's going to improve sound quality. We're going to get some new stuff, some different lighting and everything like that, backdrop. So yeah, we expect a lot more, and you guys will be getting more, but here's the start. So history. Aaron and I met a long time ago. We'll go back and forth between Aaron and Wabbit because you guys know him as both. But yeah, we met actually in high school. We've been friends all since then, and we served together. We both traveled the world for different reasons, both for service stuff and also for private activities. And so we've got a pretty good grip on a lot of different things around culture, religion, things like that. We're both well studied and educated that way. So, but we want to bring an approach of a positive approach to a lot of different topics. And in that, today is dress rehearsal, I guess you could say.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just trying to figure out what's going on, and so excuse the mix of words and everything like that. But and also we're pre-recorded today. In the future, we're going to be using StreamYard. We're going to be live streaming onto Veterans for Freedom television, and so you're going to notice as we get warmed up, as you could say, the content's going to be a lot better.
And we probably won't be as stiff either, but
yeah, today's it's a little awkward. We're putting this out, we're putting ourselves out, but people need some faces, and we all have to speak up. So we're stepping up to the challenge, and this is just going to continue to grow. So this is going to be our podcast, Planting Seeds. So the big thing is, what are we going to do? What are we going to talk about, Aaron?
Kind of a huge range of subjects. Spire really wants to do some contests and that, so I've going to swallow my pride, probably lose to him on most of them. But we're planning on doing a bunch of different stuff. One of them would be probably going to the range, in which case he's likely to kick my ass. I'm planning on doing a woodworking one just so I can kick his ass. I've got to have one chance at doing some of this stuff. But we are, just to kind of continue off what you were saying, Spire, we are going to be streaming not just through Vets for Freedom TV, but it'll be live on Rumble. It'll be streaming on YouTube. We plan on streaming on Twitter as well. And hopefully we can add some other platforms in there, including Spotify. So it's available. You guys can watch it. You can watch the live ones. Hopefully you'll be able to comment with us. We can have a little bit of chat going on. And you can either cheer us on or boo us and jeer us and all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah. So the idea of the contest is, a lot of stuff that comes out right now, we're all so serious and everybody's super stressed. And I want people to have something to look forward to. Yeah. I want people to be able to laugh with us and joke with us, so that when we do cover serious topics, politics and religion and things like that, people have a good chuckle and then they have a chance to be serious. And I think everyone needs a laugh out there. I'm willing to put my myself on the line at my expense to make some laughs happen, because that's been popular. So we're going to keep doing that. And yeah, with the challenges, they might be pre-recorded, they might be live, they might be time lapse or whatever. But yeah, I just want to do something so that we have a chance, so you guys get to know us, and there's interest in the channel that way as well.
Yeah. Well, first challenge that we're actually going to do, this isn't one that's so much fun. This is one that's personal to me. I just started doing the carnivore diet about 4 or 5 days ago. So I'm going to try and do some weekly updates on that too, depending on if you're interested in that. My whole thing is kind of in line with the Vets for Freedom. People are out there to hurt us. I want to be hard to kill. So I plan on dropping a little bit of the poundage. I think Spire was planning on joining me.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
And hopefully by summer we'll be very svelte and very, very attractive. So
yes, we'll be all sexy for the summer. It should be wonderful. Yes, for the beach. Yes, excellent.
I love gold.
So so to add to that, so he's doing the carnivore. I've got my own version of something that I want to do, and we'll put some poundage up, and we'll let everybody know how that's working, and hopefully you guys will be able to see things change right before your eyes.
Yeah, and just so you all know, I'm depending on who's measuring me, I'm around 6'3", 6'4", and I currently weighed in at just under 260. So I'm down about 5 pounds right now. I just started 4 days ago, but so some of the weight will drop off. I'm sure I'm gonna plateau out pretty quickly. Now, in terms of some of the stuff that we want to talk about outside of the contest and all the fun, obviously we want to plant some seeds, and the reason we're calling the podcast Planting Seeds is because we do want to plant seeds of hope. Seeds of getting started on stuff, and just hopefully seeds of improving our lives, of personal lives, community, and the people around us. And both of us have a love for country, so ultimately, hopefully the country as well. That's why we will talk about politics, but I want to do some talking about gardening. We may get into some bushcraft. I know there's been a lot of interest there. Some people have reached out and asked us to do some stuff on hunting, of which Marty's actually, his background is in bushcraft and forestry, so he's an expert in that, even though he calls himself an expert in nothing. And just general opinions. I'm working with a couple different groups as well. I work with Vets for Freedom. I'm working with another awesome group called the Northern Light Alliance. Shout out to them today, which is a group of gays, lesbians, bis. They're ultimately very similar to Gays Against Groomers. I am straight. I'm married with 2 awesome children and a beautiful wife, but we want to make sure that our voices are included there too. So they're fighting back against a lot of the indoctrination and stuff that we see happening in the schools around us. So I probably might dive into those in terms of serious subjects a little bit as well. Yeah,
that's a great point actually about working with different organizations, because I think it's important. A lot of people, even with similar ideals, come at things from different angles. So I think it's important for us to try to talk about those. Aaron and I, neither one of us are against really anybody except for assholes. We don't like assholes.
I don't like assholes.
And, if you're an asshole, you're not going to like us. But besides that, we want to make sure that we cover different things. And, there's no topic that's going to necessarily be off the table if it's presented properly. So your comments, I want this to think, we call it planting seeds.
Yeah.
And we're planting seeds for you guys, but we also want you to plant some for us. And as you do that, those things will grow, and that's going to be part of our program. So your comments will be read. We will be trying to answer them. We're actually going to have another laptop up here at some point where we'll be doing live feeds, and we'll get to comment directly to you. But if you have something that you want us to discuss from a real world 2 guys that live up in central Ontario sort of thing, if you want our opinions, then put down, ask the questions, and we'll do our best to try to accommodate. We want this show to be for everybody.
We're by no means experts. We both do have educations. However, we come from a wide variety of things. As Marty mentioned earlier, we both traveled around the world. Marty speaks several languages. I used to, but I've lost a lot of it. That's actually one of the things you are really like blows my mind sometimes.
Thanks, brother.
He switched into Chinese earlier today, or Mandarin.
Mandarin, yeah.
Just to throw me through a loop. But Marty's lived a little bit in Africa. I know he's spent a bit of time in Europe as well, all through the Middle East. I have been to all of the above and then a little bit more as well. I've been all over Asia, Australia, all through Africa. My wife's from Africa as well. Down into South America, spent quite a bit of time in Canada, a little bit, as well as all through the U.S. So we have our allegiance is here at home, but we have a love and appreciation for the world. And if you guys want to ask us any questions about that, if you can keep it not too personal, because we don't want to dive down into some hurtful stuff quite yet, but we definitely want to keep the conversation going, and that's what this is all about. It's planting seeds so we can have those conversations, sometimes the tough ones, sometimes the fun ones, but basically like a campfire conversation.
Yeah, and another thing that I wanted to just discuss, and we're just kind of coming around the time limit that we said we were going to do this for today. So when this live streams, we'll probably be between 40 minutes to an hour, but we're going to have guest speakers on too. And we've actually, we're going to come at stuff that will be helpful to all Patriots. Certainly for the veteran community, we're going to have guest speakers, I believe, talking about service dogs. That's what my wife does for a living. We are going to have, we've got a cannabis specialist that's a doctor that wants to come on and talk about the benefits of medicinal cannabis for things like PTSD. I happen to be one of those people that has post-traumatic stress, so we had a good conversation about that, and Dr. Amy Teal has talked about coming on to the show, and we also too are planning on having some of the like-minded patriots like you that talk to us on a regular basis. Maybe have some guest speakers in there too. Yeah. And, actually maybe even part of the challenges. We might challenge you guys to do something, and then we'll put it on the show.
I talked to a farmer today too that's interested. He's one of our local farmers, and he's actually a honeybee farmer. So he's a wealth of information if you're interested in anything to do with honey, that kind of stuff as well.
Did you just call me honey? Sorry.
No.
Okay. Never
okay.
Mind. Yeah, okay.
G-A-E-Y. With an H.
G-A-E-Y. Yeah, okay.
Him and I can joke around like this as well. It's always a good time. But
don't expect us to be serious all the time. We will do that. We're human. You're not going to get spit and polish. We don't want that. We want you to see us as real people that are actually with our backgrounds, that are working with you to create and plant seeds to create wellness.
Ultimately, it's all about community.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Oh, sorry. There's one other part, and then we'll probably wrap it up. So, Wabbit and I, Aaron, we have really worked very hard with our local community to create alliances, allegiances, like a round table almost. Network. There's the word of people. So everyone, we have communicators, we have people that are farmers, we have people that have bushcraft experience, we have people that are mechanically inclined, and we have now started to create our own community. And we've actually won a couple battles, including one where they were trying to stop firearms. They wanted a firearms ban in our local area, and our local municipal community fought that, and we won. So we're going to actually talk about a little bit about that stuff and how to bring community in as well.
Well, it's up to us to save each other. It's not up to the government to do it, and they're not about to start. They'll always say that, but it's probably one of the scariest things you'll ever hear is that the government... who said that? Reagan?
Yeah. Right.
If the government... some of the scariest words you'll ever hear in the human language is the government saying, "We're the government, we're here to save you." That's never going to happen. You got to do it for yourself, and that's probably one of the things we want to make sure that is of utmost importance to everybody out there, so...
Yeah. Again, some of the ways that we'll be changing stuff, we'll have a little bit of music, some intro, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, we're doing this today as a pre-record because we want you to see, and have an idea what it is that we're looking to do. And, we're going to grow this together. We're going to plant seeds together. Together we're stronger. And, much love to all the Patriots out there. God bless.
God bless. And, thanks for joining us for our little spit. But welcome to the Planting Seeds Podcast.
It starts with you and I to keep the love alive. You gotta change with your sense of dignity. No